Thank you, Tim, and thank you so much for your contribution to so many of them yourselves, and also, of course, the Chamber, without whose professionalism and fantastic organisation skills we wouldn't be here today. Prime Minister Todd Macleay, Ambassador, Mayor, distinguished guests all, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this summit, Navigating Today's China. This year is symbolised by the Year of the Dragon, according to Chinese zodiac. It symbolises power, good fortune and strength, and is also associated with auspicious traits like intelligence, ambition and charisma, and I'm sure we have a great deal of that in this room today. As Tim said, it's also our 10th China Business Summit. We've come a very long way since we launched that first summit in 2012. That had a singular aim to increase business engagement with China. We'd signed a free trade agreement 4 years earlier, and while some businesses had taken advantage of the opportunities, we had barely scraped the surface. So we said then it was time to act. Over the years, of course, as we've seen from the metrics that Tim just talked to, the relationship has grown amazingly. The summit has also grown over that time. One of the characteristics of this summit is we don't shy away from talking about issues that might confront us, but in a robust and clear way, and among friends. So don't be shy to have difficult conversations. We've had them along the way. Our second year, there was a biosecurity scare, and that summit focused on a wake-up call and what we needed to do to protect our brand in China. And Prime Minister, you spoke at that summit while head of Air New Zealand about building trust in China and the moves Air New Zealand had taken to protect that brand, but also sharing crisis management lessons with this audience. So, you know, you play in a bit of your previous career as you feel that you might want to. So there were issues over Huawei, changing dynamics in China and more, and we all quickly saw a need to become China literate. I think it's fair to say that over the years, the summit has become a bridge between China and New Zealand, and notably, by good luck and management, we held the summit in person right through the COVID years, 2020, 2021 and 2022. All of you gathered here, and it was remarkable that we were able to keep those links going at a time when we couldn't leave New Zealand or China for that matter. The summit has had a focus on progressing New Zealand's business relationship with China, but as you will hear today from the Prime Minister and other speakers, the scope goes much further. I'd like to reinforce here Tim's words about thanking our platinum sponsors in particular, who have given strong support over many years, helped with themes, helped with speakers, and been incredibly supportive. But also here the contribution of the China Chamber of Commerce in New Zealand. When your predecessor spoke, Chung Shi, to our second conference many years ago, he was then the CEO of Costco, and Feng Lu, it was very small. It was only a 12-person, 12-company organisation headed mainly by Chinese SOEs. But I do applaud also what you have done and your organisation has done over those years to share knowledge and bring together both New Zealand companies and Chinese companies together, and we welcome you here today. Shortly we'll be addressed by the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister will take questions, so, you know, there's an invitation to you all to think of what you want to ask from him. And there will also be business presentations throughout the day. But it's now my pleasure to welcome Prime Minister Christopher Luxon to the stage to give the opening address for the summit.